Okay, so we are going to consider an example of 2:1 mux, wherein we'll try to develop this in the electric LSI tool, and then we're going to demonstrate the result in terms of timing analysis. So basically, we're going to perform, or we're going to check the results in terms of its rise time or fall time analysis, and possibly we can do the power analysis as well if we can go with the layout structure. Okay, so let us try to develop the fundamental aspects about this. Okay, we are going to consider an example of 2:1 multiplexer, and then we will be designing this 2:1 multiplexer in the electric tool, both in the schematic level as well as in the layout level. This will help us in letting understand the correctness of the logic along with calculating the or doing the timing analysis. And when we do the layout, even this will also help us to understand the correctness of the logic, but along with that I can calculate many other parameters like power, and then I can do the comparison of the timing analysis what I have done in the schematic and try to compare the same timing analysis here when I do the layout. But before I proceed further with respect to 2:1 multiplexer and its various other circuits that are available, so we should be very particular in understanding the how the design process goes. Now the design process goes something like this. We can always ensure the design goes in terms of multiple logic. So the one logic that I am going to consider here is to proceed with the design by taking or by developing the truth table, and from that I'm going to extract the logic, and from there from that logic I'm going to build the circuit. And when I'm going to build the circuit or schematic, there are multiple other ways to develop the circuits or schematics. So let us try to get into the structure. So as I was telling, so this because since it's a 2:1 multiplexer, there are two inputs and one output, and there is one select line. Now the operation is very simple. Based on the select line input, I'm going to get the output. If the select line input is 0, so which means 0th input is selected, which means my output will be A. If my select line is 1, the first output will be selected, that means output will be B. So this is how the performance or the fundamental working of 2:1 multiplexer goes. Okay, so if I want to consider the truth table, so let me just mention S, A, B. And these are the two inputs A and B. Even S is also kind of input because it's a select input. A and B are your major inputs which you are going to select based on the input that you get in the select line. So let me just complete this truth table by putting all the combinations of I'm going to put all the combination of inputs, and then finally I'm going to see what will be the outcome for different logical inputs. So here, so if my select line is 0, my output should be whatever that is present in the 0th line of the input, that means A. So whatever that is present in the A, that will come over here, means 0. Same is the case over here, select line is 0, so whatever that is present in the A, that will come over here. Same is the case here, 0 means A will be selected. Of course there are two 1. Now the 1 that is present in the A, that will be coming over here. Now when the select line is 1, the output will be whatever that is present in the B, because when I give the input select line as 1, the first line will be selected, and the first line is nothing but the input B. So whatever that is present in the B, that will come over here. So here 1, and then this will be 0, this will be 1. So this is basically I'm going to get the result. So if this is the scenario, then let us try to consider the expression or extracting the expression out of this truth table. So let me just consider all the bits that are high and extract the expression out of it. Now I can even draw the K-map, and or I can even go ahead and get the expression using other methods as well, but this is the simplest way. Fine. So this means 0 means wherever you have 0 you can substitute it as S bar, and wherever you have 1 you can put the alphabet as it is. So if I want to write the expression for this output, that will be S bar A B bar plus S bar A B plus S A bar B plus S A B. So accordingly I have written. Now let us try to simplify this further. So I can take out AB term, or I can simply take out the most common terms that I can find in these expressions. So what I can do is, here in between these two last expressions I can take out SB, what is left out, A bar plus A, and here S bar A I can extract, B bar plus B will be remaining. So this means 1, this means 1's Boolean law. So what is that I have left? Out is equal to S bar A plus SB. So this is my resulting expression for which I am supposed to draw the schematic, that is CMOS logic schematic. So let me just write the expressions once again. Y is equal to S bar A plus SB. Fine. As per my CMOS logic expression, or if I want to go ahead and convert the given expression into its CMOS circuit or CMOS schematic, the first rule is the expression should be in the form of y is equal to expression whole part, that is the complemented form. But because this is not in that format, so what I'll do, complementing on both sides of equation 1. So let me call this as equation number 1. So that way y bar will be equal to S bar A plus SB whole bar. And once I see that it's in the complemented form, I can go ahead immediately and implement two for NMOS logic, then convert dot to plus and series to parallel, or in fact I can convert I can just say series to parallel, or series to parallel and vice versa. This is what we have done in the couple of previous expressions, where we try to understand the logic building of all the basic gates. Okay, so if this is the case, so let me write the equation once again. So my circuit will look like this. So here I have dot, that means they are in series, dot they are in series, plus means they are in parallel, and first logic I'll be going ahead with respect to NMOS. So I can say S bar A and yes B, this is the ground, and from here middle I am going to take the output. And in the upper network, that is the pull-up network, so this is my pull-down network. In the upper network I'm going to convert series to parallel and parallel to series. So S bar A are in series, so I'm going to convert them in parallel. So let me convert this is my S bar A. Since they are in series, now I'm converting to parallel, and this will be my VDD. and then SB are also in series, so I'm going to convert them in parallel as well. SB, and because these uh, like these were in parallel, I'm going to convert them in series. So this is how my circuit or the schematic of my 2:1 mux, that is CMOS schematic, is going to look. So this is my first circuit. Now for this circuit, I'm going to implement the same thing in the electric VLSI tool. So you also know that how do I implement the various schematics. Now again, the best aspect here is this 2:1 mux is a symmetrical circuit. So basically I can see that there are 4 PMOS and 4 NMOS, and I can easily obtain the Euler's graph and try to get the layout as well. So that means I can be doing the power analysis on this logic also. Now this is my first circuit. Now the same thing, circuit number 2, I can be doing that. My question was, one more thing. Here the circuit is not yet complete because I said this is the expression for y bar, and because I require y, so what I'll be doing, I'll be attaching an inverter over here to obtain the y. So this completes the circuit, which means the inverter also has got one PMOS and NMOS. So altogether, how many NMOS and how many PMOS? So here there are 4 plus 1, and NMOSs are also 4 plus 1, and altogether 10 MOSFETs, this circuit. Now the second circuit, what I was supposed to do that was, in fact, I can directly straightly take away the original equation, S bar A plus SB. Now the same thing I can implement it using logical gates as well. Logical gate. So basically, how do I implement? So I can say that let's say I have A, B, yes, and there is S bar as well. So the first expression is S bar into A. So I'll take this S bar and I'll take A from here, and I'll use the AND gate, and next will be S times B, that is one more AND gate, and put together this is my OR gate. So this is my Y. But just imagine the amount of logical gates that you are spending in building this entire logic. So if I can calculate the number of logical gates, even this has to be calculated. So there are 2 MOSFETs, 1 PMOS, 1 NMOS. Here 4 MOSFET, 2 PMOS, 2 NMOS. Here also 4 MOSFET, and this one also has got 4 MOSFET. So altogether I have 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14 MOSFETs as compared to the circuit number 1, which has got 10 MOSFETs. So obviously, more the number of MOSFETs, more will be the power dissipation, because it is going to consume more area, and in terms of area wise also more area will be consumed. So this is my second circuit. And the same, this circuit can be implemented using only NAND gate, only NOR gate, but again that all fall under logical gates. Circuit number 2 is building using logical gates. Fine. Now let us try to go ahead and try to do the implementation using the electric VLSI tool, and try to obtain the result and try to analyze that. So before we try to analyze the result, so let me try to give some glimpse about spice code. So what exactly we mean by spice code?